Hey guys, Tina here, the Critical Virgo. Welcome back to another Fragrance Friday. So today I'm going wild for Wild Candy by Mancera, and I hope that soon you will be too. So if you've been following me for a while, then you already know this is one of my favorite houses. And if you haven't been following me for a while, I really just don't know what you're waiting for. Most of the people who watch my channel are not subscribed. So I'm gonna give you a second right now to just hit that subscribe button. Thanks. So let me give you guys a note and then I'm going to get right into it. On this one, in the top, we have a very general nondescript citrus notes, followed by some coconut, peach, and cacao beans. For the mid, we have some Tahitian flower, Bulgarian rose, Ylang Ylang, and iris. And then for the base, we have some benzoin, amber, and what is the other one? White musk. I know what you're thinking. It sounds like a lot, but in reality, on the skin, it truly isn't. It really isn't. If I had to pick some words to describe this, it would be fruity, floral, gourmand with a very exotic tropical vibe. What do I mean? The closest thing that you could probably really get your hands on easily would be this guy. A plumeria, frangipani, whatever you want to call it. One thing I'm going to say with caution is these can kind of like vary in their fragrance profile greatly depending on which one you have. I see these most common in my neighborhood. I'm in South Florida, so I'm very familiar with this fragrance. I myself am growing two other types that look like exotic compared to this, and they can vary. Some are more citrus, some are more jasmine-like. So with that being said, the most dominant note in this fragrance, without doubt, has to be the Tahitian flower, which is most common to this in fragrance. It's a very creamy, fruity, fresh scent, a Tahitian flower. Yeah. So, and that's what smells most like to this. Now, I'm very surprised that I like this fragrance because Tahitian flower can smell a lot like jasmine. Like, again, I said this has a very complex profile depending on which flower you pick. But Tahitian flower can be kind of jasmine-y, and it can be similar to Ylang Ylang in many ways too. And I'm really surprised that I like this scent because you guys know I'm not a huge fan of like tuberose and white florals. This is sweet, creamy white florals. That's the best way to describe the life of this scent, if I had to say. Now, if you're not familiar with Tahitian flower and you can get your hands on this flower, which is, like I said, pretty easy to find, plumerias, the best way I could give you a description so you can kind of imagine what this might smell like is this one, this yellow and white plumeria mixed with, you need like a vanilla there, but not like a dominant vanilla. I would say if you're familiar with Mancera's black vanilla, it's got that same like level of sweetness and that same vanilla vibe. Like that fragrance is vanilla. Yeah. It's as if you took this flower, rubbed it all over yourself, and then just did like one spray of that. That's kind of what I get with this, because to be honest, when I spray wild candy on and I like bury my nose in it, if I go to smell this flower, I don't really smell much because they're so similar. But if I smell each one independently, I can appreciate them. So there you go with that. Now for versatility. This one's tough. It is a powerhouse fragrance, as is pretty much every Mancera fragrance I own. For that reason, I can find, and because of the floral profile of this that can really irritate noses, it's probably going to be one of your less versatile fragrances. I would reserve this mainly for like weekends, date nights. I would say the time you're going to get the most use out of this would be during the warmer months. So like spring and summer. I live in endless summer, so year round for me. Easy purchase right there. I think this one would do really well in the winter because it is so bold, but it just gives me warm weather vibes because it's so like tropical and exotic and fun. I think anyone of any age would appreciate this, really. It's a fun fragrance and you can dress it up for an evening out or just wear it for a casual day. I would not suggest wearing this at work. I would definitely not suggest wearing this at work, especially if you work in like a medical setting. But if you worked in like a bar or something, yeah, go for it. Why not? Pricing on this. So this has been around for a really long time and it's been discounted to death in so many places. I'm not going to tell you where I purchased it personally. Retail's $180. Okay, retail's $180 for the, what is this, 120 mils, right? I think that's what we're working with these. Yeah, 120 mils for $180. I gotta be honest with you. I have gone through a bottle of Mancera, but it takes a lot of use and they're super strong fragrances. I love these types of scents. Most people, I think this will probably last you like a lifetime. For me, it's a great deal. I love this house. I know that others may feel a different way. You can find these pretty discounted to like $80. So knock off $100. But again, that's up to you to do your research on that. I'm not going to promote discounting right there. Let me see, we did, oh, longevity and projection. Longevity and projection, I think I kind of touched on it. Projection on this is insane, as with pretty much every fragrance from this house. And the same goes for longevity. I don't have any issues with this at all. I don't know if you can see it. I don't think, no, you can't. It's a very like oily type of base. So I think that's what really helps it stick with my skin. And most people in general, you put this on your clothes, oh, forget about it. You can wash your clothes. It's still there. It's still there. Told you guys not to blind buy this. Do not blind buy this. Pretty much covered it all. If you have any questions, you know where to put them. I love hearing from you guys. Till next Friday. Bye.